Okay. Good morning once again. How many of us are singing for your very first time? Every time you're with you, sing for your very first time. I look on you every day. Make your point clear. Okay. Those see me for your very first time, my name is James Sebugala, and I'm going to be taking you through today's training. I've also been part of this company for 1 year now. May I have a mark pen, please, Mr. Hassan? Thank you. And today, we are going to learn, we aren't going to waste a lot of time. We're going to make it very brief because all people will be beginning at 11. Where are your friends? On Mondays, you are very many. When it comes to Friday, and Mr. Hassan loves putting me on Friday, where people have gone for vacation, for weekend. Yeah, it's okay. I'll always train on Friday, so that I only train a few people, okay? I also don't want very many people. So today we're going to learn about something very important in business. And this is what? Transitioning what? Prospects to what? And what? And this is a very interesting subject because very many of us know how to do very many things. Just to make a recap for the new ones, there are just a few steps or a few skills you have to learn in the business. And the first one is what? Pardon? If you know it, say it louder so your neighbor can learn. The first one is what? Prospecting. Madam, you know what prospecting is? Now, why are you not telling me? Okay, what is prospecting? Yes, dear? Very good. Out of identifying potential clients, for what? For our business. Clients who could mean customers of the products or those that are going to join our business. You get the point? And how do you identify them? By doing what? What is that one skill that we master when you are prospecting? Or sometimes they even say prospecting stroke what? We do that by doing what? By doing what? You can't identify them from your mind. No. You sort them by building a name list. You get the point? You could even categorize them. That these ones will be clients, these ones may join the business, this is my student market, this is my corporate market. Right now you're doing corporate what? Presentation. So I'm expecting someone that is prospecting for the corporate people, you also specify and say, it's you. It's you. Who invited her here? Where are you? Put up your hand. She now, we got in Kuza category of tones, I'm cutting hands in Kolentia. Wole tango omukyala watinga mpya nga bikimu kigenda kuba kipya gwede kigasa kutuula eyo oyagala atule mu maaso tulawo naye kubanga nolwo tewagabawo birabo sibo kiri. If you want that to sit in front of her because even Papa is equally older than you in the business, but you sit at the front, so you can also sit with them at the front so that you can know whether they are picking. Otherwise I will speak things and she will sit stars and she will waste 1 hour. If she fails to pick value from today's what? Meeting. You get the point? So you help her pick value from this session. So tomorrow when you invite her again, she can do what? She can come. You get the point? So you either sit there with her or you come and sit here with her. Check it. And also guide her through the simple things. For example, get a book here to write, do this and this, do this and the other. Now, sweetheart, you shift. No, you sit there. How about you sit there with her? Just to guide her. I want to see you murmuring, where I say something, mama to so she can pick on track. She can keep on track. Otherwise, it's not a game of dumping people here. Okay? Very good. So, we are saying inviting is the art of doing what? Calling. Pardon? Some people call. Others don't call. Not so. So basically, inviting is not only about calling, it's about doing what? You people. Setting what? Appointments. You get the point, eh? It's not just about calling, it's about setting appointments. Could even be through a text message. The people are even good at texting and their messages are very good. You get the point? Yes. Then what else? Presentation. The art of disseminating the what? The concepts, so that someone can know what they're going to basically venture into. You get the point? In the due course of presentation, what do? We follow up in the due course of presentation. Are you sure? We close the deals. You get the point? The presenters, we close the deals. Yeah? And a good follow-up, the thing you're saying, is the follow-up only becomes good and easy when you did a very good close. You get the point? So basically, these are just the 5 of the skills you have to master, and after this you can maybe add on doing what? Doing what? Getting people started right, promoting events and it is. But these are the 5 core principles or 5 core skills you have to learn. And today, what you are learning today, transitioning prospects to commitment and payment, is under this. Hello? So it is this skill that we are tackling today. That after someone has said the business plan, or in the due course of the presentation, now we want to make sure that we just don't do an informative presentation. You know what you call an informative presentation? The presentation that you do, and you sound like as though you are informing the public about measles, cholera, or what? Or malaria. You get the point? Sleep under a mosquito net. Malaria kills. And again, these people that are making these advertisements don't care to follow up on how many people bought the mosquito what? Nets, or on how many people respected their what? Their adverts. So they're just basically doing an informative presentation. You get the point? Banange ompira. We are going to have a match between ABCD and ABC, and the Chizinda was just passing there. It is giving you information. You get the point? But then, what is the close? If I was the Chizindalo man with a speaker telling you about a football match that's going to happen between what? Between Uganda and Senegal, there is that guy who knows how to hype that. On the radio. I don't know if you've heard that who had the first advert of when we were just opening up the matches between Uganda and Algeria. Remember? The guy was very, there's going to be come and see. Girls were eating money. This even, remember, Nekanoka Algeria, Tukasobola. No, he's inciting people to come and do what? Okay, we lost the match eventually, but the advertisement was not just information. It was a sales advert to prompt you to buy a ticket so you can know what's going to happen there. You understand? So in the due course of presentation, if you don't put your sales pitch, if you don't put up, a good presentation is that one with a good sales pitch and that one that answers objections to basically get you closing the deal. What should I get there? Wongamba upline, mazo mo presenting gira. Very good. Mukomye kuchi. Aja wajuza referral form. Upline jango yogele kona ye. Mukomye kuchi. Mbanja la kumanya. I want to know. Mwogede kuchi, mwogede chi, kubyo kusasula. What is their perception about the business? Are they ready to pay? Is money the problem? What is the deal? Have you closed the deal? Or you have just been informing people about the business and you want me to come and do what? Close for you. Those that go for one-on-one meetings, there is even no session as closing. It's not there. A session called closing. Then what have you been doing the whole presentation? I'm hoping that if I'm presenting to one lady, Ruth, I know Ruth is my OG. I know Ruth is maybe I've known for some time. I know what appeals to her. I tell her the presentation to do what? To match her needs, not so. So basically, if I'm talking about products, I spend more time on the product I think Ruth needs. If I'm talking about the money, I spend more time on the account I think Ruth can afford. If I'm talking about the what? How the profits are coming, and so I want to serve her needs. That's why I want to serve the reason that's why she could be looking for the money. You get the point? That means by the end of the presentation, I must have closed the Ruth already in the presentation. You understand, eh? Cliffena. But again, in the due course of presenting, people fear to do what? People fear to ask for commitments and payments. But your service center. Check it, tugenda okusomako. There is what you call in the due course in the closing session. Okay, in closing, there's what you call the closing triangle. This triangle was called what? In school? They used to put first 2 arrows here and 2 here. And yeah? I said something. Okay, whatever. Even me, I don't remember. But now, okay, leave alone the I see whatever, cutie, whatever. Now, without so laughing. Yeah? So in our closing triangle, we are going to put these 3 words. These ones. So the first one you're going to write here is confidence. And these are what's to make the closing triangle. Then here we put what? Clarity. You have to be clear. And also here we put what? What? Respect. You get the point, eh? When you miss any of those, you fail to close a deal. Okay? Someone wants to know, are you sure of what you're talking about? Are you sure? Here's the point. Are you clear? Because if the presentation took 1 hour and there is something I don't understand, and I come to you one-on-one and you're also still confusing me the more, I begin to realize, when I'm doing investments elsewhere, I always have one principle. I tell myself that if I am the one with the money and I really have to put in a lot of sense to understand the business model you are discussing with me, you get the point? Then I don't qualify to issue out my money. Kankadde mu Luganda. Wemba nze mugaga ina sente, ng'olina omulimu gw'onsomera, tugenda suubula kasooli, oba biki, oba mwanyi. Nga ebintu by'onsomera, nyoteekamu obwongo bungi obikola ki? Obitegeera. Mu mutima ngamba, gwe tokwalifayinga kunzijjako sente zange. Otegedde? Gwe ndagala nkuwe zange, gwe olina okulwana ennyo, buli kimu okigonze nnyo sati nze ayagala okukuwa sente zange. Tekiyinzibwa kukola ki? Kutegeera. You get the point? Hello, are we together? So if your prospect has to apply a lot of sense to understand what you're saying, chances are high that they will not do what? They will not join you because they will think of the issue as being complex. That is why I fail to venture into these things of forex trading and those kinds of things. I have to put in a lot of sense to understand the issues. Even the ones that are explaining those things don't understand them because the time they're understanding the same things, they made losses yesterday. Ask the guy what happened today, and he's also looking blue, and then he's telling you, I don't put my money in those things. Here in business. If you cannot simplify your business as simple as possible to be clear as you close the deals, seemingly people will take long to join. That is why when I'm doing the marketing plan, when I'm closing, I even sometimes put away the terminologies of network marketing and I begin relating to day-to-day what? Day-to-day examples. You have a salon. You plait your hair in a salon, 100K. The salon guy tells you, thank you for doing what? Plaiting the hair. Bring for me another client to plait the what? The hair. And when you bring a client to plait the hair of 100,000, I'm going to pay you how much? 20,000 for the referral that you have brought. Is that good business? That a deal or no deal? Prospect says deal. What if the person you have brought to plait the hair also brings another client? And then me, the salon guy, I tell you, because you brought the first client to bring the next one, I'm going to pay you again. Is that a deal or a deal? No deal. Guy says deal. Now from that example, let me put my digits there. So by the time I begin showing the person, the prospect, all these kinds of things, I've already simplified the what? The model. Get the point, something like that. So basically, your role is to be as clear as what? As clear as what? Possible. With confidence. However clear you may be, without confidence, you may look like you're doing what? Lying. I ever found someone speaking about how they earned $1 million last week, and they are right about this, and seemingly, they made the money, but seemingly the people they're talking to are not believing. Yet someone comes and says, I made 5 million last week, which is, the 5 is harder to believe, but people end up believing because of the overboard of confidence that someone is using to say whatever they are saying. The other point, it's not even just about what you say, it's also just about how you say it. Confidence. What if I don't get 2 people? Pardon? Now there. I don't know. But I don't know. Let me understand you once again. So you mean you join, for example, you join today under my team of vibrant leaders with this kind of energy that I have, with the kind of information that I have, with this kind of golden mouth that God has blessed me with, that every 5 I talk to get started, and then you're saying that, is that what you're trying to mean? That what if you fail to get 2 with all this kind of experience? Is that what you're trying to say? By the time you finish to re-echo, the person is already rethinking twice that he asked the what? A wrong question. Not because getting 2 people is not because failing to get 2 people is not possible if it's not serious, but because of the overboard of confidence that you have put on the table. So you already, even before you answer the question, you already make him believe or make him know that getting people will only, failing to get people will only be will only be because of his negligence. But all the factors you put forth are very, very what? Are very, very favorable for him to get that too. You understand? That was just an example. Then respect, very important. A good businessman, more so in sales, is that knows how to that knows how to do what? OQATA is what? Very good. Thank you for going to school. Is that knows how to compose themselves even after a negative what? Response. Even after the prospect is not ready. Because if you don't respect the decision sometimes, it becomes very hard for you to launch your follow-up lines. Check it. You get the point. You're a salesperson, yes, but again, not a desperate one. Yeah? Can you put waliwo olabanga ddi lukati gyokolachi gyolina ekozechi olabanga ekozechi ngeganye mu kaseera kano ng'olina gitereka n'ogilaunchinga mu kaseera kakola kyakaddako. But again, when you keep on pressing harder, you fail to make the second phone call for follow-up because mwavawo bubi nnyo. Very, very important. So sometimes it's important that you respect their what? Decision-making process. People are made different today. There are those that, for example, it's not easy for me, by the way, and a second sometime. It's not easy for me to buy things at first what? At first sight. It's not easy for me. I always love comparing prices. When I'm going to buy a mattress, for example, nembuza inchi 10 ya meka. High density. Nonga mitwalo nsamu etano. Ngamba kale nja kudda. Just like example for Sugwagala. Mbangwagala because ngenzo kuno ngakola chinga ngwagala. I want to see if I can find another shop, ask about the same what? The same price and the same mattress and see if I can get a better deal of 700 and save like 50K. I always ask and compare. If the first person gave me the first deal, I always go back to them. What can I get there? So if someone says, how na yagula? How much odimukabezi? What shogula? What do they have the businessmen have a language they use. Bagaba or yabademusao. You know they are monkeying you that you have just been checking. You want to buy. But when I hear that statement, I'm going, yabademusao. Even if I find a cheaper price elsewhere, I will not come back. You understand? What can I get there? You didn't respect my decision-making process. So as we close, because we want the codes now, it's always very important that if you are sure that you have showed up with clarity and confidence, it's also important to respect the decision-making process of a prospect. Sometimes people always mean what they say. Yeah? I told you about this lady in Zambia who invested so much. She told me she was ready to do 10 premiums, but she was coming from Angola first. She had money for 1 premium, and she said, I want to do it big. I thought, no, first invest this one, so that you can book a post. I brought all the lines, whatever. No, it's okay, don't worry. I have understood the concept. If I showed her that me, an international delegate, an ambassador of the company, I'm now on pressure already, the team is already big, 2,000 people. Now if I show that I'm so much on pressure for to register, she could wonder. Not so. Or should I get there? So it's very important. But again, as we train and learn about that, always differentiate between respecting a prospect's decision, process of making a decision, and what? And your lack of clarity. Always find the difference. Sometimes people are not clear. You have not delivered. Always, it's a good salesperson is that knows how to read between the lines. You get the point. Same thing when you do the business longer, you can know if the prospect will do what? Get back to you, or maybe it was an excuse. And the easiest excuse they use is, I don't have money. Easiest excuse. Always learn to know between the lines, to read between the lines, whether Santa Kolachi, Shufas Azinas, them at the because Tokoze Mulunji, or Bach Tufta Kolachi, Tazina. Very good. You get the point? Are we together, friends? Yes. Hello, are we learning something? Yes. So, after having understood this, so we are going to run through these points very, very fast because most of these points are given in the closing triangle. So, first thing after the presentation, or after your plan has finished doing a presentation, or after the OPP is done, one thing you do is what? Make a recap of the key points and the benefits. You will be surprised when someone tells you, I am beginning right away. How do we pay? Nombusa, which package? Nagamba, premium. How do we pay? Then you give him a merchant until you bid, and the guy deposits for you 55,000. And he says, nye had 55,000. Nyenga milioni meka, tano chitundu, yaulide meka. Rachi, because that was the recap, you get disappointed. Because in your mind, when someone says I have a premium, where's the merchant code? You already begin eating the 806,000 in your mind. Now the guy tells you, I have only 55K. Why? He didn't make a recap of few coins. Check it. Check it. Ebintu byagadde ye bameka abazereti. Tewali. Kati abakaddeo munzukize mtwagambye mbu no. You get the point. You are making a revision, but you're making them speak. Twagambye muno package wali company favor Uganda. Banya kwa price favor USA. Tuna price ni mwanza biso chirinti. You get the point. We have agreed. We said join the businesses with how many packages do you join with my sister? You're going to realize that one is going to thirst 3, someone is not going to remember. Get the point? Remind them 4. This one, and this one. But my best one is this one. Why? The benefits. Where do you get the benefits? Anyone has a presentation guide with them in their bag? Show me, give me. Yeah? However good the presentation has been, I don't close meetings without this book. And the first page I ran to when I'm making a recap is this one over here. You can begin with this package, or this one. But me, I do what? My best package is this one because I want to work with people who begin with at least this one, not this one. Why? I make the benefits clear. Because if your goal is to buy a car this year and you begin with a starter, it is clear that you will not buy a car this year because even if you're very hardworking, you're only going to make 15 million and it's not easy for you to save all the 15. The maximum you may save is 7. If you're going to buy a car, you buy an old one. But chances are high you will not buy it. But if you work with a deluxe, it gives you up to 47 million earning potential. Even if you earned only 30, still you could buy a car with 28 million. So make sure that the goals that you have are aligning with the package that you're joining with. You don't force them. You give them reason. You don't give them reason. You just refuse. Company. Na in the company, package he's the owner of the company. He said 550,000, the package is what? He's saying. Now you're saying, why? But give us reason. Check it there. So when you say what you're doing is you're not being clear. The presenters have been on the stage. Seemingly, if I am a guest, Mr. Fred, so is it? The man's mugenyi. No Peter, no Tuzawadi. Then you now no Koyachi, no Tula. And then they invite experts to explain. Experts? Because now the ones who are experts, because the ones they have called on stage, then the experts tell us that you can join with this package, or this package, or this package. Then you, who is not an expert, who did not even present, you don't even vice a top earner, you're not there in the what? The top earners. They don't call you to stage at all. You are there in your chilasha. So that means basically you're not as an expert as you are. You get the point? Unless you're going to get those prospects. But if I'm a good one, I know that these guys they brought on stage are the masters of the game. You understand? Now you're telling me what they said is wrong. That the first package is not, I should not join with it. It's okay. But now, can you give me reason? Be clear. But again, I do the math. This Benz. But the evidence is in your dream. I have your dream already. You understand? Okay. Then I qualify now to tell you about how to achieve that dream. Toso ajigulango ina package intono. Sente intono. Miyo na musanvu omwaka gonna togenda odegula atano kuchikumi gayaza. Kwanga atano kuchumi ya chapa egera kwa miyo ninga nsanvu. Chegede. Kati gwayaga butaka omwaka gonna ngayaga gula ya chapa togere ku speed. Your dreams begin from where? I am clear. Of course, I'm disqualifying the starter, but in a what? in a moral manner. What's that get there? So you make a what? A recap of the main points that you want to focus on. Because everyone has their focus points in this magazine. So the focus points in this magazine is the page you turn to make yourself very clear. Some of you, your focus points or your sales preposition is going to be where? Sorry. Yeah. An potential. Maybe some of you, your sales preposition is where? On the 2. This page is also very good selling. Because someone's about, what if I fail to get people? It's going to be your biggest deal. So, you recap. What you're going to do right now is so when she joins, one, she may be under you, but also everyone that joins after there, they shall be giving you a spillover, as long as they come from the same upline line. It's your point of emphasis. When you make a recap, it also saves you from very many questions in the end. You understand? Because again, when you leave very big room for everyone to ask even the simple questions, those questions end up negativizing the rest of the guests if you're closing very many of them. Are we together? Hello, are we together? Very good. Then 2, handle final objections. Like when you make a recap still, they're still going to have questions. They're still going to have, that guest of yours is still going to have objections. Handle the objections. Ask if they have any remaining questions or concerns and address them directly. Okay? Address them directly. And what work as gadde? Nous avons dit que le bitegede, ne tsigade tinedda. If you have no questions, that's when you launch to point number what? Point number 3. You get the point? Encourage the people to ask. You may think that asking questions, some salespeople want to dodge questions. And they think by dodging questions and driving people on the highway is a very good closing technique. Let me tell you something. That will only be a very good closing technique if someone joins right away. Are you together? But also, they can still be hoodwinked. And they pull out their money and they pay. And after paying, they go home. And their mother or brother tells them they made a mistake. And how will they tell them they made a mistake? By them asking the questions they don't ask. For example, mama we namubuza katugoza company funira mungu wasanze bagambye nyingi. Sheged kategwado chikubuza twachikoze twachizemu. Kalata abaddeyo nga yamubulira nti nno bya kifere company nawe ekolachi wefuniramu. Osheged, what happens is someone has joined, but they're not going to turn back again because you are not clear. You don't answer most of their remaining objections. You get the point? But if someone is really, really set, that even if they go back home and someone makes them negative, they remember that all the details were given, all the objections were answered, all the woodbook questions were doing what? Were answered. You get the point? When you be in the business for 3 months also, sometimes questions don't change. You can easily predict what the prospects will always what? Will always ask. Are you together? Handle those objections directly. Wesifuna abantu babiri. Wachabeendese bone bataleeta. Kale nze mungambye I'm going to bring it too. But what if the ones I have brought don't bring? Anyone? Question answer? Yes, what if the ones I have brought for them they don't bring? Yes, Ronnie, have an answer? Yes. Yes, Ronnie. Stand and tell me. I am closing a deal, remember? I want to be confident, I want to be clear, but again, I want to lead my prospect into what? Into payment, because that's our topic today. What if I want to join? Mr. Ron, I want to join. But again, zengenda itabange babiri muntu mye. Nenga atya bende sabiri twakola ki? Bote bayina babiri babwe.
They are going to join, but they are very dormant. Remember, this is our work. Right now, for me, I have the correct people around you. That means that I'm going to put these people under your people. They are under you, but they are also under you. So that means that you're going to make money. They are what?
Is that a very good answer? It is what? It is what? It is closing, but it is deceptive. That is why your people quit, because you promise what you will not deliver. Can you learn to answer questions with questions? Can you learn to lead your prospect where you want them to be? Can you learn that? Kyogamba gwe otandike. Obere serious oleteba ki? Abiribo. Naye kati gwe n'abatannajja kyogamba otandise obalowoleza mbubo tebagenda kwagala ssente bo bagenda kwaba nafu bo bino bitwale tabitegeera bagenda kubeera mu kyocho. Is that what you're trying to say? By the time you finish that kind of explanation, someone is already changing their mind about what they said. Because again, someone can't be thinking for another person who is not even there yet. It's not all questions have to be answered. Some questions have to be led by what? Yes, Mr. Doctor, engineer. Very good, an answer. But that very good an answer, we don't want to give an answer that is going to leave the prospect thinking they have no work to do. You get the point? We don't want to pin them on how much they will do because Africans don't want to work. But again, you don't want to have someone who is going to be very hard for you to do a kit launch for. Lwaki abantu bakwitinga kubanga omutuuza wansi nalabanga w'omuddiramu NDO olinga ayawukana ku byakola ki kwe wamusuubiza. Wamugamba timu wakaza abantu mbalina kati omugamba kuba essimu watakubye essimu togenda kufuna bantu. Wabanze omalira budde. Abantu abagezi, let me tell you something about brilliant people. Brilliant people hate time wasters. Brilliant people, abantu abagezi abana ebyokukola tebagala abantu bamalira budde. You get the point? I'm saying, can you be very neutral? Don't overpromise, but promise only what you will deliver, but without antagonizing the sale. Yes, Mr. Elias said we promote teamwork in the video. You get the point? But again, Mr. Elias in that video, I'm very sure, maybe I've not watched it, but I'm very sure, he did not promise that. You promise people that you work for them. You get the point, my brother engineer? Everyone has a role they're going to play. Question is, what is going to be my role? Yes. Very good. It depends. That is also very good an answer, depending on the what? The vibe of the prospect. When I came for a presentation, my problem had never been inviting. My problem was what? I didn't know what to say to the prospect. So I just wanted someone who will say to my people when I bring them. But again, the others are even as dormant as possible. That even when you talk about bringing people, them calling people, it's already hard work. You get the point? What do you tell them? The responsibility is going to be very simple. We work as a team, like Mr. Henry has said. Are you together? Papa, I'm coming, but time is really against me. You may not finish everyone's involvement, okay? Your responsibility is going to be as simple as gwe kumanya baki bantu abo. Your responsibility is just as simple as knowing them. What we do with them, I am going to train you. That journey we are going to move it when? Together. Then sell yourself. What is your potential? I'm always very clear. Tell them, me God has blessed me with a golden mouth. I don't know if it's golden, but I tell them it is. You don't show me 5 good people and 2 don't get started. It's about the 2 people. Worry not. Your responsibility is simple. It is to know them. What you use them thereafter, that is my responsibility. So you say it's just about confidence. Don't be deceptive. You be confident with whatever you're going to say. So you mean my system, in only 1 year, I've built a team of 2,000 people. So your question is, what if you fail to get 2? If I have done 2,000 in 1 year, is that what your question is? I have not said that he cannot fail to get 2, but I have made him rethink his statement. The answer he gives himself, that is his responsibility, not whose? Not mine. I don't know if you're getting my point. Temulimba bantu wolimba omuntu ennyo NDO ekulema okukola ojakola omugamba ntukole nga omugamba tati ogenda mukola ki bano bafere balimba bano bayayo bati bakugamba bakusubiza. That is why retaining becomes hard. People must know their responsibility in the game. Present the commitment, very important. Present the commitment as a lot, as your next logical step. Explain the immediate effects of starting now, very important. When I talk about they become deceptive. Deceptive. Importance of what is the logic, the commitment and the logical step. What do we mean by presenting the commitment? Wanji? Ask them to make a decision when? Now. On a scale of 0 to 10, what's your level of interest? Before they answer, make your point clear. Sometimes if you leave it like that, people don't understand it. On a scale of 0 to 10, what's your level of interest? 10 meaning you want to begin right away. The business, in fact, then anything less than 10 meaning you still have questions unanswered. 10 meaning you're ready. But anything less than 10, even if it's a 9, it simply means there is a question that is unanswered there. Because what they know your mama will mislead you because maybe she doesn't know these things. Here's the point. So before you know it, they may take the commitment at 10. And if I'm ready to support you and do the business with you, if I can show you how to build a team of 2,000 people in just 1 year, like me, if I can show you to earn this amount of match in just this period of time, like I did it, are you ready to start right away? You get the point? Ask for the commitment. And what do they benefit when they are starting now? That is when your sales preposition comes. Remember we said we don't be what? We don't be what? We don't be what? Deceptive. We don't do what? We don't lie. But again, remember we are doing what? Now, I want someone who strikes for me that balance. What will I say now? Tolimba muntu, you are making a what? Not all statements put out the way they are. Get the point? Yes, again, we want a baby to begin eating, but again, if you give a birth to a baby at the beginning, cassava, they will die. Not so. So you want to see how we they call it wearing off. Withering off? How do they call it? Winning, eh? Winning is that not in animals? But okay. We want to see how it transits. We are not deceptive, but again, we are maintaining our sales preposition. Sell for me, the benefits of starting now. Anyone? Yes, my dear. Power of positioning, that is not a lie, it is true. You get the point? Maybe some of you, your upline, not because I was bad. No, it is because of positioning. So it's not a lie. Madam Firdaus, that's not a lie. Positioning, that is a very good sales preposition. You get the point? Because someone who's going to join tomorrow, someone who's going to join next year, I mean, I can't say they have a position if they use like that position. Very good. Next. So for me, starting now, without being deceptive, but also power position. Katunde. Do what? Sell it. Sell it with evidence. Some of you don't even open your DTCs when you're closing. I don't know why you don't open your DTCs, because you think that the prospect will ask you, let me see some money. No, the prospect does even not know where the money goes. There is so much on that DTC. Why will your prospect go back home and the mother confuses them? It's because you didn't even show them any evidence. Show them, it's not about position, open. Let me show this friend of mine called Sanso. Big cool again that you know omulaba. Uno. Aina abantu wameka. Kumi. Tagenda kuuza bajja ddi. alina abantu for example right now so far alina abantu 10 eno alina abantu 5 ne kankulage ono mulaba ti ngomukonako nahia what is no nahia tugende tulabe nahia olaba yamuyingiza yani ye Joshua ne wade Joshua yayingiza nahia ali wansi wani wa Mary ono gwenjogerako you can realize that if had she not joined the array, maybe this Nahia could not be what? Could not be under her. But check how many people Nahia sponsored. Nahia has already sponsored how many? 4 people. That means Nahia's ability is solving who? Mary's inability. Because of positioning. Explain with Venn diagrams. Explain with confidence. Explain with clarity. Explain with evidence. Here's the point. The way you interpret that this of yours, you use it for whatever you want. Me, I open my DTC. I talk about the spillover system. I don't just talk. I open my DTC. I show them how many people have sponsored. But I show them, even if I sponsored all this number of people, I put this one under this one under this one. That means even this one made money because, by the time this one brought his first person had to go under the person I put under them because they joined the array. Positioning. Sell it with evidence. Hello? Omuntu akimanyi nti by'omugamba temuli mu comedy bya ddala. You understand? Eh? Yes. Call for action, very clear. That one. Politely and direct ask for the what? Commitment. The biggest mistake this players make is not asking for what? For money. Commitment, you will take our own money. You think that a person is going to think for themselves and say, okay, can I again do that? Tell them what to do and how to do it and why. Are you together? Listen, why should they? Nandi kukizotandika ne starter. Naye ate nebe simanyi mbalekana batandika ne starter. When I meet strangers, I can leave them to start with starters because they are trying the concept, because they are strangers to me, because I'm still establishing that trust factor. Naye gwe obi wange, gwe anko wange, okule kotandika ne starter mbanku lyazaamanyiza kankulage lwaki nkugamba. Nze olaba package yange ndi ku premium. Singa byate bikola nze mbisomesa nandigande kambere kuki ku starter naye lwaki ina premium akasente okalaba aka premium kati nawe tandika na premium mposo bagambe premium omeka we was ask goes it down ate you can also do a premium for yourself if you want even more money you can even do a premium for your wife and the premium for your confidently not because you are sure they have the money we are doing tests. We know that when you aim at the what at the moon we shall land among the stars. That's when you find them asking, what about the next one? Then you advise according to their what? Their financial status. You get the point. Ask for the money. Is the money at the bank or you have it on mobile? Because we even pay using the merchant code or you can deposit directly on the company's what? Account. Are you together? Then they give their reasons. Okay, not a problem. If I give you 3 days, if I give you 1 week, if I give you 2 days, and I reserve this position for you, can I give you? Can you give me a vote of confidence? I can count on you to be on my team. Together, be serious and clear. Everyone I show business to and want to be part of my team, I give them a maximum of 1 week to enroll. Because 1 week I know it's a measure of seriousness. I know in me that even if someone does not have the money and they're really serious, it will take them 1 week to raise at least 550,000. Anything more than a week is either you have not understood the business or maybe you're not interested in the business. And I always tell them, I want to work with VIPs. I call them VIPs. Ngambuza VIP kekachi. Kano kanyamba nyo nakasoma mchitabo somewhere and I was going to Zambia. I was on a bus to Zambia. This thing made for me money. I want to work with VIPs. I said, what do you mean VIPs? I want to work with people who have economic values, know what they want about money. 2, people that are intelligent. And 3, people that have purpose and passion. VIPs. Are you one of them? What do you think the answer could be? Yeah, I think, yeah. Okay then. Let's do this way, in this manner. You direct the conversation because you have already set your class clear and it is then fighting to fit into your what? Into your class. Not as a desperate salesman, but as a clear business leader who knows what they are selling. What's that get there? Pretty fena. Just the MP said as jam office. So jam ogera linya. Ate mwari, na ito nyiga. Mwari, na ito nyiga. Don't kunyiga. This guy told me, upline, have a prospect. He has been waiting for you. Come. I want us to speak to him so that he can commit. But what do you want me to tell them? Applying this one, come on. Okay. I will not refuse. The downline will say, applying. I came. So I sat down, I interviewed the prospect. What's my name is James. I'm excited to meet you. What's up? So I chatted with you, so we bonded. So tell me, what's your position as regards our business? First of all, when did you see the business? When did you see the business? May. That's what she said. That means just a few days after I just left for Zambia. Which month are we in? August. Madam kati nkubulire nti yatukanye. I want us to agree. He called me and told me you're very serious. That is one. You get the point? And I also respected this time because I believe what he said. But again, one of you must be lying to me. Either you were lying about her being serious, or you lied to him that you are serious, because you can't see a business and the minimum capital to join is how much? She told me 550,000. How much have you done already? She told me I deposited 50,000. No. Either you don't know the meaning of the word being serious, or you don't see us at all. Me, I work with only VIPs, people who know the economic values, people that are intelligent, people that have purpose, and what? If it is going to take you all those months to begin a business of 550,000, then you're going to be slow. Your problem is not joining fee. Don't lie to him that your problem is joining fee. Olimba, obuzibu sente, obuzibu ochaine bibuzo, obuzibu tonnabyesiga, obuzibu oyina kitali clear. Kati now be open to me, man to man, so we save each other's time. What is holding you back from joining a business of 550,000 in 4 months? What is holding you back? That's when she opened up. Don't worry about that. Where is that lady whose story I used? Is she not here? She's in the Game Changers. Her name is, I forgotten her name. When I was talking to that over there, she put the first prospect. I shared her story. So that lady is a senior 6 vacuist. She joined us recently. Her problem was, her query was yours. But tell you what? Ayingizo mugenya akolachi asoka mtuziza ngolaba. Gochebuza ngenda bajjawa. Nayingiza wokubiri ngolaba. Gochebuza ngenda bajjawa. Nayingiza okusatu ngolaba gochebuza ngenda bajjawa. Nti gwe kikulemeseza to make a decision to basically win big, someone is doing with ease. So you're going to do what she did. What did she do? She joined the business and she left everything else for what? For us. We coached her. She showed us her people, and today she can also identify even more for herself. The question is, can you do that for me? Yes, then very good. If you can do that for me, then I'm going to give you 3 days to look for 550,000 if you want to join my team. On balance, no? Business mu team yange ebisigadde obindekere nkuzimbire team bweti ne mu bikwa DCC yange munakwetane the last 3 days salisa there 25 people joined my team. Last 1 month 137 people joined my team. I showed he has the statistics. I'm going to be for a system like this one. I'm giving you 3 days. So agree with him on the strategy, what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. Then call me when you have a strategy of raising 550,000 in 3 days. Name vow. Second. Since mukubise simu. Call someone. When MP say it is you who is clear, agree with him. Who said you're going to use. Then you who has called me to close the case, it's you supposed to know that. Now let me lead her into how can we call, what can we do. You get the point? I make my stand very clear. When you make a problem very clear, people respect your what? Your time. What's again? Plifena? Plifena? When you do that, abantu batandika bagala ate batandika n'obakuuma. Ne business yokuba ekikopo nga gwe onoonya mulala wakumatiza buli kaseera ojja kukiraba. Business tenyumira awo. Business enyuma nga abantu batandikira ku musingi omuki najjuka engeri bamuhandolingamu n'okola bamusuubiza. You can even have a marking guide for them. Whatever you promise, have it as a marking guide. So when someone joins, I tell you, when you join the first week, I must make sure in your first week we have at least 3 contact points. I tell you point blank. Wiki joyingira olina okukola emirundi emeka? Weesukola emirundi esatu kitegeeza okoze eki? Ogudde ekigezo ekisooka. So that when someone fails to get their first 2 points in their first month, I tell them, we didn't meet. Emirundi enakuwa okusinga twagisinkana. You failing me. It is them failing me, not me failing what? Failing them. You get the point? Are you together, friends? Very important. Offer small initial investment options as a what? As an alternative if needed. Very important. Wafetandika na spiri yazo katajirina. Ishinana deo nacho. Should they go back with their 800,000 because you and your team you begin to own the premiums? Give an alternative. Give a what? Jangu kuyambeko. Onemi tawachinana. Jangu kuyambeko. Because again, when you respond to them in the sale, the others may also say, nange jina ansam, nange jina meka, jangu, kacho gendo kola anti, ogenda kola bot. Ishinana chidimu start it, ya? Ngenda kuzimbira system ya premium. Egendo kuyambako, okwa upgradinga, nenga tuluzinze echi, tuluzinze sentezo. Kat premium soji funa muna kuchi. Chomwezi gumu, your commitment yo, you go put a starter. And let them write on the commitment. You get the point? Make it clear. Always recognize. That's why people are failing to do what you want them to do. Is because you are con men. What do you fail? Huh? I hope the CEO is not watching this. They always log in and watch from app. But that is the truth. Tell me, chakola business mufu seba fail. On Sunday, I was training a team. When I was training a team online, and then some guy asked me a question. He's in Zambia. He asked me a question. How best should we close big packages? I asked him, why do you need big packages in your team? To earn more. That means you're even doing that for the wrong reason. You can't sell what you don't have. Simple. Are we together? If you are selling what you don't have, seemingly, it's going to be very hard for you to sustain the lie. What's that get? Obuzibu si muntu kutandika na upgrading. Apply. Tetamu register kubanga tugambye agenda kutandika na deluxe. Company yali nsire yagamba n'emitwala ameka gatandika. Give someone their username and password. Let that be a closing tool to trust you with more money. If you want them to upgrade, show them you upgraded the system. Show them. Why you telling them to upgrade is because alaba nange. Sisi byokuba nga ku premium moyage nange natandika na starter nenkola bwenti kati ndi kuchi ku speed ya mbuza yo starter emo kuvuga kuchi ku deluxe. Tebali nyo science. Oshegede. Business people will always be business people. Haven't you seen people who come and buy a premium? Ngabachimanyi bulungi no ayabale that's why they are affording. Haven't seen them. Have you not seen them? Because they are a business. It's a business mind. You understand? So you offer those initial investment options and alternatives needed, and you keep them what? On the upgrade game. You get the point? Me, it's not hard for me to tell someone to upgrade. It's not hard because I usually open my system. I show them that I upgraded. I show them also you don't begin with the premium. You don't begin with the premium for sure. You don't begin with the premium. But I show them I upgraded in no time. Check it. Because even the time you put those codes in the system, it's there in your DTC. Mwezi this watch it. Ntandika bwenti kati wonna kubesolaba nenjimalayo lwaki nakizula mbuno kana kapakaje katono kali kanseza nakola ngaseza ngenga bampako zino. That is why nakola bwenti oyo muntu oyo. It is clear they are going to upgrade without deception. Tulifena business mujikola ngedduka encha. You want to call until you die? Because this one is very clear. Give them payment options, outline the payment process, clearly outline what they need to do for themselves to get registered. Fill here, fill there, do this ABCD. Put the money on the merchant code. Mr. Hassan. Okay, it's okay. Let me ignore that. But put the money on the merchant code. It's a confidence point. Don't give me your money. Most of you are calling strangers. Not so. Right now, you're calling cold market prospects. And you want them to hand you cash. Okay. But the company policy is, we are a cashless company. Put the money on the merchant code. Guide them through the joining process. Very important. Take a merchant code, screenshot the JPEG and take one. Now you take for in case. Give them confidence. Should get there. Offer help with the payment process. They come, help them, show care. As simple as that. I was going to Mbale. No, was it Mbale? No. Where? Just recently. Where was I going? No, in fact, I was on my way to the village for burial, and this lady called me and she told me, I want to join. No, she sent me a message. I want to join your business. What are the requirements? And I last chatted with her in 2023. That means that was even a different company. What are the requirements? No, you come to the office at Bodo House, Bomboro. No, I want to come with all the requirements. I could have said, okay, come with this much, put the money here. What? No. I'm not rushing. The company is there. You get the point? Come and have a recap. Over very many years from 2023, many things have changed. Come, we make a recap, then you can do it. So you can strategize. It's not just about paying your money. Come, make time, and find me here. And ya kujana zote wali buzibu soko joja kude osimi atenze ko yise bo ngambe wakuja tandika. Again. Yes, not because I'm not interested. I'm very interested, but again, it's also very important to know. Okay, create a sense of urgency. Limited time offer, very important. Mention any promotions. We have just come from our recognition rally. Say all that point to me. We have just come from our recognition rally. Closing a deal. Anyone? The company is in momentum. People are joining massively, opening new markets. Check. This is the proposed office of the office in Congo. The right time to join was 1 year ago, but the second right time is now because of those reasons. What's the get? We're not going to show tunda. This one already covered. Emphasize the benefits of beginning now, but have those promotions. We have just launched our part-timer program. You have joined at the right time. So even in the one, just three evenings in a week, you can do that very big blockbuster income because this program is led by people who are part-timers, but again, who have made money from this business, doing the business part-time. Because all the program we had was for full-timers. Right now, we have a part-timer program that is running. You don't have to be here every day. Only 3 days, 3 evenings in a week, one for training and 2 for presentation is enough for me to make you what? To make you successful. Promise something. Launch that new campaign big. Are you together? Additional content. Stay positive and enthusiastic. Very important. No matter the result. Stay positive. Applying then mwese wali adi negative. Ngago watani kana mitwale 5. Nagamba jango osome. No osome omwezi mulamba. Ngabala stomulina. No munonya mpola kasebo gogola bana bagoina nakakebera abali negative. Ngabakuza mukasonda wataka onese no gamba basikudize ojukira. Remember? You pay your man and say, can you apply? Can I have a refund? My mother refused me. Now it is you checking for positive and negative people. You're the negative one. When someone is not ready now, launch nice lines to help you follow up later. Even when someone joins after 1 year, they will still be very, very nice for you to be on your team. When I sign up, there is a way I feel happy. Now, happier than I used to feel in my first month. I don't know why. But it is more exciting now. When I eat that 80K, I don't know why. I have a very big team. But again, there is a way it's exciting. That means people didn't join then. When they join now, I feel very happy. Not so. So don't really alienate with the prospect because of failing to do what? Failing to keep positive. People will join. People will join. If you have done a good job, only become negative if you have not done a very good job. But if you are sure that you have done a very good job, please find satisfaction in the job well done. Are you together? Closing. Stage. I don't care. how many people have joined? You get the point? That's the process. But I want someone to remember. I want to leave a mark. That someone remembers how good, how organized I was when I was doing what I was doing. Very important. Be respectful. Don't alienate with prospects. You begin quarreling with the prospect because he has said, when you begin arguing, then go mufere. Are you together? The artists that you know, they're always on the news. When someone tells them they don't know how to sing, they go and battle them how and over-explain why they know how to sing. But then there are those artists you never find explaining. They just read his music. This boy, Baraka, you know, it's called who? Baraka? Joshua Baraka, that one. When he began singing music and then people said, he cannot sing English. He will not sing English in this country. Even Juliana tried the English. He should mix in some Luganda. They were making noise, discussing Joshua Baraka. And he was releasing more music. More music. Today the guy is on the waves. When I was in Zambia, it's only Joshua Baraka's songs I had from Uganda. It's only artists I had being played on the waves in Zambia. But did he change his style? He remained with his composure because he knew what he was doing. You get the point? He's really mature. Right now, even his songs are old, are selling even more now. Hey, no, Yarimba. No, Yarimba. People are tracking him backwards because he remained consistent. Second, you don't have to give feedback for all negative prospects. Up to when? Up to when? Recently, I met a young boy. Young is, I call him young because he's around 21 years. He deals with most of my gadgets. He came home. He was fixing a television for my kids. Let a TV weekend. I had a TV waka. Then he finds the presentation guide at home. Hey, now what do you say? Now what do you more kata? Mgambe, kato jimanyiko. Eh, batanga abantu abo. Abantu achi? Bampita. Sanya bangamba, bayine emirimu, chibichi, ne bansubiza emirimu, nawe genda tubinji. Nokola otya. Anti omugamba kuli omulimu, bichi tagogera. Ne mugamba, yana mugamba oli mugezi. Mu business na abafere bachi abasubiza emirimu. Naye dansaasirira abagenda okufuna emirimu n'omukiro okufuna omulimu najja nga tomubulidde job description ne najja. What does that show you, Mr. Hakim? Oyo muntu oyo, unless otherwise, na ye, They told Peter, you cannot invite me for a job without giving me a job, and I come. I'm not that desperate. I cannot come. Even when I had no job, I did not do this kind of nonsense. I leave my campus room. You call me to have a job. Which job? And I come. Nga application. Unless I applied. But I did not apply. Business. I think it's good age for you to discover new things. Even if you give yourself another 5 years, you only be 25, you can still learn a new concept. You don't have to go there. I have an insight. To understand the concept. I'll say the presentation. Why? No rush, no hype, just confident because the business is there. You get the point? Business is be respectful, follow up, very important. Follow up is very important. Check it. Most of us inviting cold market prospects. We think if someone does not join today, will never do what? Join. When I saw Eminem for my very first time, I didn't join right away. But that is not true. But I was very interested, for sure. You see? I was very interested. And the guy did not follow me up. He almost lost a champion. Yeah, I'm telling you. I meet this girl somewhere. She tells me about a business. And I tell her I want to know about it. She picks my number. I mean, another gentleman who was the chairman of the hall I was sleeping in. She also tells me about the same business. I pick the number. At 5, I call the lady. She's not picking. I call the guy. The guy picks. But I was still at work. It was a part-timer. I take myself to a meeting like this one. It was an evening meeting. I see the presentation. I like the business. What helped the guy is he came and sat close to me in the meeting. After the meeting, he asked me, are you interested? I told him yes. Do you have the money to join? I told him no. When are you joining? I told him tomorrow. You have any questions? I told him no. I looked unserious. No questions, no money, but it's joining tomorrow. I went home, but I didn't want to. I'm one person who doesn't want to show excitement when I'm excited. I want to leave you second guessing. I looked for my money in the evening. In the morning, I called him, I was not picking. And I took myself to the office to join. Then he sent his upline to come and see me so they can orient me. Check it. Next, some people are there. They will leave that business because Ugandans have very many things going on. School fees. You get the point? So basically, if you don't keep them posted about your business, they will not join. I'm going to be month's end. Month's end will reach, I'm telling you. Check it. Take it slow, but again, move up this. By the time month's end comes, you talk like yesterday still. Name month's end. Then you wait. 28. Already about your planning that already. Are you together? Pretty fair now? Always follow up. The business is here to stay, and you're still doing it for a very long time. Give yourself good commitment. Me, I'm going to do the business OQATA for a minimum of 10 years. Minimum of 10 years. If I am trying whether to work or not, it must be 10 years. Commitment happens when vision aligns with what? Trust. Payment is just a what? A confirmation. Your vision that you have for the prospect must get them to trust you. And what will they do when that happens? They will pay. Together? Sell your vision well. What do you promise? It's your plan. And by far, we are ranking by far because this kind of agenda, we have done 80% of this. Everyone who joins us, they get back their first money, their money the first month. Back when in their first month. Assurance. That means wherever you get the money from, when I was there, I give you my confidence. I give you my what? Give them a plan. Let your vision align with their vision, get them to trust you, and payment will just be a result. Otherwise, you've been such a very wonderful audience. Thank you so much for today's session. Unless Mr. Hassan has any communication. If not, allow me just end the training here. Are we ready, team? Yes. Beautiful. I just want to remind you about the part-time program.